A very warm welcome to the fourth matchup here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024, live from the Barking Recreation Centre, brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Solent Kestrels taking on Hoopspace. We start with an apology. So sorry that it's taken so long to get to this matchup. Of course, like we've said, travel to and from and in and around the city has not been so easy for some of our teams today. And the Solent Kestrels have definitely fell foul of that one today.
I was going to say, 2 flat tyres never helps.
No, I would say not. They do have 5 players, so we can get a basketball game underway. And they're taking on Hoopspace. And I tell you, not a team I'd want to take on in any way short-handed. Hoopspace themselves were coming into this a little bit short, so they've drafted in LeBron Roach.
Double duty.
Double duty indeed, and I tell you what, we've really seen him put on a show earlier today. So, how did we get hit? We got hit with Functional taking on and taking down Solent last time, 78-67. And then Anked, they edged by Hoopspace 48-42 in a really tense matchup to decide our 3-4 matchup and our finals contest also. So the table just confirming exactly who is in attendance for both sides. On the floor for the Kestrels we have the 2 Fairbairns, John and Tyler Fairbairn. We have Max Matthews, we have Zak Missouri wearing 6, and we have Asa Brandon wearing 7. And we do also have a coach, which is very important.
Yeah, and obviously 2 teams disappointed not to be in the showcase game, but a good summer by both teams. Strong in the group stage, both teams going 2-1, so chance to go above 500 and finish top 3 in what has been a super competitive Pro-Am is important for both these sides, so should be a fun one. And we've got 3 big games left here at the Brixton Rec to finish what's been a wonderful 5 weeks of basketball.
It's been brilliant, and this is one of my absolute highlights of the basketball calendar of the summer, and I think the Pro-Am just keeps getting stronger and stronger, as the tip has been won by Solent, has won by Big T, Tyler Fairbairn, and it is Tyler Fairbairn in possession right now. Hands off to Zak Missouri. He was ushered outside, handed off to Max Matthews, who drains the triple.
I think Matthews was one of the players that was late here, so straight out the car, straight onto court, barely took a shot in warm-up and drains the first one, so you've got to respect it.
Absolutely puts it down. That's a big move inside. Obi Agu just battling his way inside and puts down the finish. It's John Fairbairn, hands off to Asa Brandon. A lot of action on the outside. Still on the outside, it's Missouri. 10 to shoot it. Screen set by Tyler Fairbairn. Still Missouri. Dumps it off inside to Fairbairn, fading away. A little too strong on the shot attempt. Bodies hit the floor. No call on the play. Jabril Bello it was. Battling away with Zak Missouri, and it will be Missouri to inbound. Handoff gets back to John Fairbairn. Nets the triple so clean it barely rattled the net.
And offense hasn't really been much of an issue for this Solent team all through the tournament, being fairly one of the more consistent teams on the offensive end.
Good output from them throughout. As hands in there. John Fairbairn battling away inside. How many points do they have for in the group phase?
Yeah, second most of all teams, and obviously, yeah, 67 last week. As he said, that was the issue for Hoopspace in that semi-final. It wasn't the necessarily the prettiest game of basketball, but it was definitely competitive in that semi-final. But yeah, 42's not going to quite get it done. And
oh my, that's a rejection from John Fairbairn. Kicks it the length of the floor to Zak Missouri, keeps it alive. It's Tyler Fairbairn, drives it home.
Fairbairn brothers have been a big part of this roster for Solent, big reason why they've had success. Obviously played with the Worthing Thunder this year, and both all over this ball game early is another steal.
Tyler Fairbairn, combative, getting in there. As Asa Brandon scores it over Jabril Bello. And, you know, for the side with only 5 players, they're not saving anything, they're not playing within themselves, they are battling away like they've got a 12-deep bench. They're up 10-2 over Hoopspace. That's a nice drive. Oh, Asa Brandon though rejects him. Rejected Claudor Matoko. And that was Jabril Bello picking up what I think must be his first personal foul. And Solent also picked up a foul earlier. I missed who that was on.
I actually think it went on the wrong team on the scoreboard, is my gut instinct, as Missouri turns it over in the backcourt, just lose the handle. Young guard, obviously mostly with the junior team, but has had some minutes with the seniors as well this year. Obviously coached by his dad, so.
Oh, that's a pretty finish inside. Jabril Bello. As the triple, oh, banked home. Max Matthews.
And Solent starting off on fire. 3 of 3 from downtown. Second of the game for Matthews.
It's outside, it's 3 ball, it's down, it's good. Dwayne Orija.
Yeah, Orija, one of the veterans of this group, been around the game, knows the spots, and he's not going to turn down an open 3.
Asa Brandon battling away, got it back, couldn't get the finish. Good ball movement, triple from the corner, that's a bit too strong. Orija had John Fairbairn all up in his grill. Max Matthews driving through. Oh my! Max Matthews!
Little bit of sauce, little bit of spin, and a beautiful finish by Matthews, who's started off really well. 8 points personal, that's the Solent lead early on, and the poor travel having no effect.
Absolutely none on the Solent side, as that was John Fairbairn getting a hand in there, turning it over as Brandon gets hammered legally. Good find inside. So Jabril Bello putting it down through contact. A really good stand though by, I think that was John Fairbairn standing his ground. Did well to keep it clean. That's just off left from Missouri.
Yeah, Bello wanted to slam that with 2 hands. You could see him, but the patience to get back to it.
Triple just off the mark. That was Velinor. And he's been an impressive big part of this Hoopspace team. Asa Brandon drives, kicks, and triples on the way. Zak Missouri strings it. And I tell you what, this game has been exactly what the arena needed after a bit of a delay, bit of a wait. Fading away on the, I think that was a mid-range J in the end. Asa Brandon battling through bodies. Has shooters on the outside, it's all on the outside. Tyler Fairbairn starting to wander into the paint. Missouri drops it down low too. Tyler Fairbairn fading away. Oh, that is good for 2 more. I tell you, he's having a breakout tournament here at the Pro-Am Summer League.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough to guard the 1-footed fadeaway. Not a lot you can do defensively once he gets position there.
As that's it's a great move initially by Velinor. Didn't have the finish. As Big T driving through, kicks it to Brandon. Brandon gets him jumping. Drops it off to Tyler Fairbairn, puts it up. No good. The long two. Hoopspace calling time. They're down 20-9 with 2:58 to go in the period. Of course, clock stays running except for timeouts, except for obviously interval breaks, and except for the final 2 minutes of the contest. I would imagine, given the fact that they are playing against 5 players with 0 substitutes, Hoopspace were not looking to take any time where avoidable. They just want to run this lot into the ground.
I mean, with 40 minutes running clock, the game, you lose some minutes anyway, just with the nature of running clocks. So not too affected, but ultimately, job one, come to win the ball game. And right now they've started flat. They had the better warm up, and right now they're just not able. Outside of Bello's got a couple of really good looks inside, and obviously the jam. They've not created a lot of open shots. Whereas Solent, the ball movement's been good. A couple of tough finishes, but majority, they've just got open threes on the perimeter in particular. So great job by the 5-man Solent team early on. But a lot of ball game left, and we've seen swings all Pro-Am long.
Oh yeah. This Solent team shooting really well. 8 of 12 from the floor, 66%. Max Matthews leading the way, 8 points, 3 of 3, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Leading the way is Bello. He's got 4 points for Hoopspace. We are back underway. As Velinor takes it over the timeline. Obi Agu sends it inside to Jabril Bello. Trying to go to work on Tyler Fairbairn. Clattered off Max Matthews, the shot attempt. Oh, that will be a foul in the act of shooting. So we're going to see Dwayne Orija heading to the stripe. He was fouled by number 1, John Fairbairn.
Yeah, nice way to get on the glass. Great look for Roach on the perimeter, but Orija able to get inside position. So up and trying to finish. Obviously got fouled and have a chance at the line. And we've seen how important these free throws can be. It's so easy to, when it's 1 worth 2, to not get anything kind of rolling at the line. So kind of a big opportunity here for Hoopspace.
Yeah, big moment. Just there we go. Beautiful finish from the stripe. If a free throw can be beautiful. Max Matthews loses the handle. LeBron Roach active in there, and that's Tyler Fairbairn taking it the other way. Max Matthews, oh my, the Euro finish. Max Matthews has come to put on a show. LeBron Roach as Tyler Fairbairn gets his hand in there.
That's the second high-class finish at the rim we've seen from Matthews, and really nice body control and the ability to control the ball, the right amount of spin, and that time the footwork as well. So huge credit to the Newcastle University player.
Bello trying to battle his way inside, out of bounds. Last touch by a red jersey. It must have been Tyler Fairbairn. As we keep on peeking towards the entrance, as it's really starting to fill in here in Brixton. 22 plays 11. 1 minute left in the first period of play. Shots up, shots down. Damarni Velinor making it look effortless from the mid-range.
Yeah, he had a big week 1 in particular. I can't remember how many points it was, but it felt like 30 in the game for Velinor, so he'll be happy just to get one on the border and try and bring his team back into this.
Yeah, uncharacteristically slow start from Velinor as Brandon's triple doesn't go. 22 plays 13, 30 seconds to play in the first. Velinor, oh, now he's got it rolling. He's starting to cook out here. So the shot clock is off. Zak Missouri. Oh no, stepped out of bounds, Asa Brandon. And Hoopspace, they want this final shot. 4 to shoot it. Just out the buzzer, doesn't go for Obi Agu. And at the end of 1, the short-handed Solent Kestrels are at 22-15 over Hoopspace. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. Very warm welcome back to the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It's finals day here in Brixton. Remember, this is all brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Head over to hoopsfixfoundation.org to follow and support the great work being done by the foundation. Of course, Hoopsfix Women across all your social media platforms. Hoopsfix.com is the place to be for the news about the players that you follow, that you love, the game that we all love, both here and overseas. Solent Kestrels are at 22-15. We are still yet to see any more Solent players enter the gym, so they're still with 5. Again, travel has been a disaster for them, I think it's fair to say. You wouldn't know it though from the 5 on the floor. They have been battling against a very tough Hoopspace because they won. I mean, this is for 3rd place overall in what has been a great summer of basketball. That's Fairbairn, Tyler Fairbairn driving in, fouled in the act of shooting, puts it down. He's going to the stripe. Can he add one more? There's Isaac Temilola send in Fairbairn to the charity stripe.
Yeah, good body positioning by Fairbairn again, just getting to defend on the wrong side of the ball and always going to go through the body and able to finish. And Solent looked so comfortable on the offensive end early on.
3-point play. That's a nice finish, that. Temilola just battling their way inside Hoopspace, nothing fancy. It was very effective. Down low to Zak Missouri, the double comes, LeBron Roach all over him, kicks it back outside. Matthews, just short. He was getting treatment during the break as Velinor driving in. He's sent outside, skipped over the top to Agu. Agu trying to spin his way inside now. Temilola loses the handle, it's going to stay with Hoopspace.
Yeah, but much better intentions by Hoopspace early on. They're trying to get a little bit more inside, put some pressure on the bigs of the Kestrels and try and find some interior points just to keep the scoreboard going.
25-17, 8 minutes, 14 to play in the second period of play. Asa Brandon jumping, stays out somehow. And that was somehow clean defense against Obi Agu as Velinor using the body. Asa Brandon hits the deck, but it was more clean basketball as it is getting busier and busier in Brixton. I've been telling you for 4 weeks, Mikey was telling you also, this would be the hottest ticket in town, and do not miss these finals.
Yeah, it's
glad to have you with us wherever you are. That's Brandon denied by the rack.
Yeah, as I say, it's great to see the bleachers filling up slowly as more and more people come in, people staying as well from the other games. Great to see Andrew Lawrence, Jordan Williams and those guys stay.
Oh, that's physical play. Agu drops it off to Temilola. Temilola puts it down. Oh, we've got a whistle. We've got a timeout taken by Solent Kestrels. It's 25-19. The players are taking a quick break, and so will we. Back in just a moment. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. Back inside the Brixton Rec Centre, Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. Michael Anton Morris. Solent are up 25-19 and reinforcements are slowly arriving.
Yeah, it looks like the secondary vehicle has got here, but right now it's quite clear it's interior defence. Hoopspace have been a lot more aggressive early in this second quarter, trying to get points in the paint, area they struggled with last week, and they've had successive. Outside of really Tyler Fairbairn, Solent are a little bit undersized, so good chance to take the advantage of that, and they've made that nice adjustment, but need to be able to balance it out on the perimeter as well.
Brandon taking it over the timeline. Dumps it down low to Tyler Fairbairn. Inside to Asa Brandon. Wasn't able to get the separation that he wanted. And Velinor to close the gap further. Oh, Max Matthews is there. Jabril Bello kicks it forward to Matthews. Matthews and John Fairbairn following up. The whistles are kept away.
I wasn't even thinking about the whistle. I'm just trying to think. I think he almost deliberately put that off the glass. He didn't put any extra spin on it, almost like he knew a teammate was there, and that was the best way to get it up. So I'm going to give him credit for an assist. I don't know if it's actually going to count as.
Velinor sinks the triple as Michael Hudson-Morris sprints to the bench to go and let them, the table to let them know.
No, I'm not that evil, but no, I was trying to give more credit to Matthews for the read.
As triple from Tyler Fairbairn, just a bit too deep. Ooh, we've got a battle underneath. One red with the foul. That's John Fairbairn. That's his second personal.
Yeah, and the Solent players that are here don't exactly seem rushed. They are literally walking out the gym. I think, if it was me, I think I might be running.
They've seen the score. They know their guys have it in hand. Battling away inside. Jams it home. Isaac Temilola.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of Temilola. In fact, if anything, didn't see him at all in Q1, and kind of wonder why. He's been a huge impact early on in quarter two, as I think that's a foul.
I think so. Zak Missouri gets absolutely annihilated by Temilola. Temilola drags him up.
I was going to say, the only question was which player committed the foul,
Yes.
if not both of them. Can you have half a foul each?
I was just, yeah. I assume two players can't be assessed the same foul.
No, they'd have to be separate fouls, but yeah, either way, that one on Temilola. But yeah, he's been such a huge impact, and that's why we're back into a 5-point game.
Bello. That was such a wild passage of play. There were feet in there, all sorts, and
Well,
that has gone the way of Solent.
Yeah, what they've called is offensive foul for a hook by Bello, trying to spin back over his right shoulder to the baseline, but his arm kind of extended out and stopped the defender playing defense. So his second personal, so the two bigs for Hoopspace have done damage. Kind of have to be careful.
4:14 left in the second period of play. As Asa Brandon kicks it to Tyler Fairbairn kicks it to John Fairbairn. Oh, doesn't get the favourable bounce. Looked on. Oh my! That's a finish from Bello. As Hoopspace themselves are getting some reinforcements. Asa Brandon's going to go to the stripe.
And that's way better from Solent. That's where they've been at their best all Pro-Am long, is pushing tempo, getting some stops, and it's the first time we've really seen it in quarter number two, and they get rewarded with a trip to the line, as indeed some reinforcements finally appear on the Kestrels bench.
Russell Gariepy is on the bench, and Asa Aziz will be joining him in a second. Both got to tie up their laces. And this is good for Solent. That's even better for Solent, as Asa Brandon puts it down. They're up 31-26, 3:10 to play in the second period of play. Oh, LeBron Roach drive, the kick, the three. It's a bit too deep that time from Claudor Matoko. Oh, no look pass. This is great ball movement from Solent. Max Matthews kicks it to the top. Got to get the shot away, and the strip. Somebody got a hand in there. That's Zak Missouri.
That's
stripped
terrific
it from
defensive play.
Matoko. And Matoko gets it back. There's a foul on the play. Red 6. So that is Missouri. Was it?
Yeah, I called it on Missouri, but no, the terrific defensive play to sprint back, knock the ball knocked the ball off the glass, and Missouri with the patience to keep it in bounds. Unfortunately, Solent turned it over, but huge hustle by the Kestrels as finally they get a little bit of a breather in.
Velinor drains the triple with a hand in his face and elbow on his shoulder almost. As Gariepy is in the ball game. Max Matthews looking for it. Oh, that's to Big T, and he puts that down. Tyler Fairbairn.
Yeah, I think there was a defensive breakdown to leave Tyler Fairbairn that wide open underneath.
Battling his way inside. That's a nice finish. Obi Agu, that is just big man basketball.
And it's old school basketball. There's nothing wrong with it. The post move into the hook shot by Obi Agu going through that left hand.
So LeBron Roach picks the pocket. It's Zak Missouri. It's a 2-point game. Max Matthews with the foul. Just a regular foul. Asa Aziz checking in, as is Daniel Molloy. Jabril Bello is back into the contest. He replaces Isaac Temilola. Ooh, that's... Under 50 seconds to play in the first half. It's a 2-point game.
It'll be interesting to see how some of these Solent Kestrel players that only just got here try and settle in. It's not going to be easy.
Not at all. Not in this high-paced action. As Tyler Fairbairn kicks it on the outside. The 3 ball, it's a little bit too strong. Gariepy gets it and he puts it back. He's been such a big player for them, Russell Gariepy, as we're under 20 seconds to play. Obi Agu, aware of the clock. Dumb sitting down low. Bello. Still Bello! And a foul called on Fairbairn. The clock's going to expire. Jabril Bello is going to go to the strike. He's going to shoot 1. It's going to be worth 2.
Yeah, and lovely patience by Bello. Had the match up. As soon as Tyler Fairbairn's not in, John Fairbairn's not in the game, there's no one really to match up with Bello in that time, taking advantage. Beautiful spin move. But
And
can't make it.
Stays out. So at the end of the half, it is the Solent Kestrels 35-31 to the good, and this time with an added bench. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. Mikey's going to tell us how we're here, and of course we're going to get you up to date with the stats leaders. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It's our 3-4 matchup in the men's category, and it's finals day. We are back inside a raucous Brixton Recreation Centre. The Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024 continues to heat up. Its finals day is the 3-4 matchup. Solent taking on Hoopspace. Solent at 35-31. Mike Hunter Morris, how have we gotten here?
Ultimately, Solent came out hot. They struggled with travel issues. Obviously, players only just got here, but for them, few threes early on in the game really got them settled down. Max Matthews, big first half, into double digits, but Hoopspace started just to play a little bit more physical, a little bit more bully ball, and there's not really a great amount of matchups for the likes of Bello and Temilola on the inside, so it'll be interesting to see if Hoopspace double up with those two on court and try and have that success, and obviously Velinor handling the ball started to get going as well, which is big.
So we are underway. Hoopspace, the team in the black uniforms, they are trying to make something happen. That was a nice attempt at the save there from Orija. Asa Aziz is fouled by Jabril Bello. I'll make that his third personal foul. And I wonder, with a bit more of a bench, whether or not these teams are going to be able to keep up the physicality if things... we'll see what happens to the calls. Kicks to the top. It's Tyler Fairbairn. Fairbairn driving in! Finishes with a right-hand finish. That was tough.
Yeah, lovely finish by Fairbairn. Had a strong first half. Obviously, a big part of the Solent success. He moves into double digits, and this is the matchup.
Oh, he strips it, Fairbairn. Kicks it up the floor. Aziz puts it down.
That's a good finish by Aziz. He had to worry about Bello trying to fly in for the block from behind, but beat him to the glass.
They have come in like an absolute house on fire, continuing this third period, how they started the contest. Oh, Velinor fouled by Gariepy. That was looking good, I'll tell you that, from Velinor. So it's going to be a 1 for 2. And it's good. Max Matthews taking it up the floor. Uses that screen. Still Max Matthews. Forced to retreat. Gariepy sinks the triple. Nothing but nylon.
Yeah, and it's a big addition for Solent to have someone with the experience. Had obviously a big part of Solent's success. Obviously didn't quite get what they wanted at the end of the season, but no doubt they'll try and bounce back and clinch D2 this season.
LeBron Roach on the outside. Puts the shot up. Fading away, didn't go. Real Bello though, making absolutely no mistakes. Tyler Fairbairn looking to get that lead into double digits. Drums it off inside. It's going to stay with Solent as they got slapped away by Dwayne Orija. As Jalen Braithwaite checking into the contest. Dwayne Orija taking a break. Former Anglia Ruskin star. 9 black with the hold.
Is that number 4?
I make that 4. It is 4.
Indeed it is. The table have just confirmed it, and that would be a huge loss for Hoopspace.
Oh, Gariepy from outside.
Yeah, big triple by Gariepy, but I think the bigger thing is you're now down double digits, and now arguably your best player's on 4 fouls, so not quite panic stations yet, but we're not far off. As Bello!
Oh, Bello jams it home. Just as you were saying, gets in position in a dunker spot and lets him know who he is. Asa Brandon can't finish from outside, but a brilliant attempt at the rebound from Molloy. Oh, a jump ball. And it's going to stay with the team in the red uniforms, the Solent Kestrels.
Yeah, into the game. Matoko, so Velinor takes a breather, and this is, for Hoopspace, this is a big couple of minutes here. Velinor, Bello both on the bench, and you don't want this to go much beyond a 10-point game if you really want to try and come back and win this and finish third.
Oh, that's a good bit of defense there from Matoko. Skip to the corner, long two is good. LeBron Roach. Oh, Gariepy. Oh, sent out of here. Isaac Temilola defending the house. Under 5 to play in the third. Asa Brandon. Still Aziz, opened up for him. Defended very well by Braithwaite, and now they can break. Makoto hands it off inside as JB puts it down.
And that's how quick these Pro-Ams can change. 11 becomes a one-possession game, and Hoopspace on the brink. They're going to call it basket. Good question, is there a foul as well? Indeed there is. So an unconventional three-point play with the defensive basket interferences. Matoko trying to make a play on the defensive end, but unfortunately hits glass.
And there was a foul on the play also. So three-point play the unconventional way. Clock stays ticking. 4 minutes left in the third. Puts it down. Again, another one of those momentum shift moments, maybe. Tyler Fairbairn checking into the contest. Taking a seat is the scorer, Asa Aziz. 47 plays 41. There's a whistle. So red 3 with the hold. So that's, I make that Tyler Fairbairn's second personal.
Yeah, and this game's just got a little bit scrappy in the last couple of minutes.
Just a little bit. Oh, LeBron Roach driving through. This is good ball movement on the outside. Obi Agu's off the mark, left with the attempt from outside. John Fairbairn. What is it with the Fairbairn boys going wrong hand on that side? Hey. Another making it real tough, defending the ball.
Yeah, nice dish by Agu. He's really starting to pull the strings offensively. Just a little bit short on a couple of things, but you can tell he's trying to find others involved, and Bellows checking back in on a fourth personal foul, so a little bit of a risk by Hoopspace. But again, these momentum swings in this game is what's really taking the point. It's 11 down to 3, back up to 8.
Temilola sits down. Max Matthews can't finish. Tyler Fairbairn battling over the top. That's come off a black jersey on its way out. A fresh 14 for Solent. 2:08 left in this third period of play. It's an 8-point contest. Zak Missouri finds Fairbairn. Missouri with the triple. Gets his own rebound. Asa Brandon, that's his range. Just short.
Yeah, but good ball movement by the Kestrels. Got the look they wanted for Brandon. He almost hesitated, surprised he was that open.
Kicks it out to LeBron Roach. John Fairbairn pulls down the rebound. Oh, hello. Absolutely launches himself at that one. Claudor Matoko. He's going to stay with Solent. But again, showing exactly what it means to be here competing. 3 balls on the way. Max Matthews putting on a show in the capital. 52 plays 41. 1:06 left in the third. Gets to a spot, kicks out. It's LeBron Roach. through a sea of bodies. The long two is good. Nice work, Jabril Bello. Again, we can't quite see him battling away down low. Not with his foul trouble. Issa Brandon driving in, rejected.
Ball on the way.
Basket is good. Talk us through it.
Ball on the way down, so Bello beat it to the backboard, but ball dropping as soon as it drops. Not allowed to touch it as the defender, so second defensive basket interference call.
Jabril Bello taking a seat. Isaac Temilola checking back into the contest. I wonder if we're going to see those two get rotated somewhat frequently by Hoopspace.
Well, I think Hoopspace found out that Bello was on 4. So when they did, they pulled him, not wanting to get one. It's a really smart foul by Fairbairn. They're not in the penalty, so that time's going to run if you're not careful. And Hoopspace in no rush to get the ball in.
John Fairbairn picks up his third. Shot was late, it was off the mark, and at the end of 3, it's 54-41. We'll be back in just a moment for the final period of action here. The Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024 continues its finals day, and Solent are leading after 3. Welcome back into the Brixton Recreation Centre, the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It is red hot here on finals day. 1 period of play left in our 3-4 matchup. Solent lead Hoopspace 54-41. And again, the big story is they started with just 5 players, Solent, but they've been aggressive out of the block. They've been able to weather a huge Hoopspace storm. And then that third period, I mean, what was the difference?
I think ultimately Hoopspace, when they've struggled when they haven't got the ball inside. So the outside game hasn't really got going. They're 30% from the perimeter, but 60% from 2. So that's ultimately the difference. But credit to Solent, they've just been methodical. The ball movement started to really come in, and they look really in control of this game, especially with Bello on 4 fouls. That might be the difference for Hoopspace. It's going to need a big push in the final 10 minutes.
We are back underway. 10 to play in this one. Next up will be our women's final, but we can't even begin to think about that as there's so much yet to happen in this one. Travel is the call, so Solent.
Yeah, it's not a call you want to start quarter number 4 when you're down 11, running clock for the first 8 minutes. Like a little uncharacteristic error. And a big couple of minutes for Solent, because if you can get a couple of quick scores here, that's probably going to almost be enough for the game to be done.
Very possibly, as John Fairbairn is fouled by 10. Temilola will make that his 3rd personal. Second team foul. Second team foul, does that sound right? As Tyler Fairbairn puts it home after John Fairbairn wasn't able to hit the free throw. We've got 2 fouls on the board. Oh, that's been stolen by Molloy. He's got cavalry with him. And it's John Fairbairn.
And that's what you're talking about, a couple of stops, couple of scores, and suddenly 15. Big bucket though by Velinor on that
Huge.
pull-up. We've seen a couple of times today that mid-range pull-up's been effective, but not the easiest shot going to his left, but managing to get it up, and he's up to 14 personal.
He makes it look super smooth, Velinor, as he swipes that one from Aziz. It's going to stay Solent. They're making a change. Our Hoopspace. They've currently got 6 on the floor. I think Obi Agu is coming off to be replaced by Jibril Bello. Inbound from Gariepy. Oh, steps back, the triple. If that would have gone, oh my. As it is, Velinor taking it the other way. A 3 makes it a 10-point game. LeBron Roach driving into the paint. Somebody got a hand in there, I think it was Molloy. Oh, double dribble. The lesser spotted double dribble is the goal.
Yeah, and again, Hoopspace is what we saw last week. The offense just not flowing, and unfortunately it's almost at the point where you need to be perfect on the offensive end to claw back.
Oh, Aziz just battling away. Had Velinor with him for company all the way. Fairbairn's handing off, and John Fairbairn sinks the triple. The time has been called by Team Hoopspace. And as the players are taking a break, we're not going to. Michael, you're going to explain to us what you're seeing.
Ultimately, Solent shot the ball great. Let's give them credit. They're 7 of 15.
100%.
7 of 15, I believe now it is. But ultimately, it's for Hoopspace is the lack of ability to create great looks. Everything feels like it's contested. They've not really created any separation on the one-on-one drives that we've seen. Some weeks have had success with. That's why they struggled again last week. So for them, it's around that. And obviously with Bello in foul trouble, Solent have done a good job adjusting and just trying to squeeze the paint a little bit.
Like you say, everything they are being made to work extremely hard for, where Solent, in their credit, they're making things look pretty simple for them. Also, I don't know if I've ever, and if you've got the live stats, you'll see it as well. I don't know if I've ever seen a column where one side is entirely in the advantage or has more of.
It's rare, but it happens. But ultimately, there's not a lot in between them. I think the thing that jumps out is points off turnovers. There's only a 3 turnover differential between the two teams at 12 points. So you look at the scoreboard, that evens up a little bit more than there's a shot. But it's a big couple of minutes for Hoopspace here. You've got to get going. You've got to get going quick. So you almost go with your best 5. And kind of surprised not to see Temilola in the game, because he was a huge impact to start quarter number 2. And that's where Hoopspace were at their best.
And they're going to need to get some triples going as well. You would suggest they are 3 of 10 from outside versus 7 of 16, which that'll get you some points in a hurry. That's last touch by Molloy.
Might be a bit of zone here from Solent. I think it's 2-3 zone.
Not my preferred zone, the 1-3-1, but I think you are correct. We don't see the zone very often here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am.
No, but what it's going to do is
Velinor, great finish.
It's going to burn time off the clock. You don't get quick hitters against the zone very often, so you can just slow the game down a little bit.
Smart coaching from Solent. As Aziz happy to play keep away. It's going to be long possessions and a foul. Agu on Tyler Fairbairn. Yeah, Solent right now are in absolutely no rush. They still need makes, of course, but they can take their time over them. Shots up. Gariepy just off the mark left. So that's empty possession for Hoopspace. 3 balls, sorry, for Solent.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that play. For me, there's an argument that's unsportsmanlike. He completely keeps Bello's arm in a lock, gives him no chance, almost pulls him off balance as he's jumping. It's dangerous by Fairbairn for me, but referee happy with the normal foul and
turned over. Velinor. As change is coming. Brandon, Matthews and Missouri checking in for Molloy, Aziz and John Fairbairn. Under 5 minutes left in this contest. 61 plays 47. It is not over yet, not in a hurry. We have seen massive swings happen very quickly. Asa Brandon unable to score. Again, Solent, they're happy to take time, but they still need makes. LeBron Roach, the outside to Agu. Agu driving inside. Bello can't finish.
I don't know who that was. I think it was Matthews at the back of the zone coming across just to be a distraction. You still expect Bello to knock it down, but this is terrific by Kestrels.
3 balls on the way, so Brandon can't finish. Max Matthews making it look easy off the glass, but that was fantastic ball movement, and again, it's killing clock. Again, it's 2 more points for Solent.
I think that's the more important thing. It's the points, 16 all of a sudden.
Off the mark from LeBron Roach. It's kicked up the floor to Missouri. Still Missouri. Oh, the no-look behind the back pass. The triple from Max Matthews. That is gorgeous basketball. Solent Kestrels having some fun.
D-A-double-G-E-R.
As Braithwaite did well, stayed with it, JB. Had it battered away by Fairbairn initially. Puts it home on the second attempt. Oh, that's been picked. LeBron Roach putting on the Jets. Puts it up, can't finish. Bellows there to usher it home.
Yeah, and this is the key for Solent, is just look after the ball, and Hoopspace just seem a little bit dysfunctional on the defensive end.
He were no pressure coming over the timeline. He got to his spot on the floor. That's going to be an, I imagine, an offensive foul. We'll see. It is not an offensive foul. Foul on red 6. That was on Missouri. That was an interesting play.
Yeah, Bello definitely not in control.
No.
But got the call.
He was fouled by somebody else before he hit Gariepy. Is how I'm working that one out. Outside, 3 ball. Oh, lovely finish. Isaac Temilola, he's been an important part of this Hoopsfix side today as they're chipping away at the lead. It's 12 points with 2:14 left. They need a stop. That's the stop. Now they need a quick bucket. LeBron Roach taking it inside, fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go to the line. It's going to be 1 for 2, and the clock will stop right now. 2 minutes, we're into fever time.
Yeah, again for Solent, it's the offensive end. They've just looked a little bit discombobulated, like didn't quite know what they wanted to do. They've got out of sets.
Has there been a particular change you've seen from Hoopspace to affect that?
Arguably less defense in an odd way. Like obviously you've seen a little bit of pressure in the last couple of possessions, but outside of that they've had it and kind of forced them into open shots, and now they've not converted. It gives not a lot of time run off the clock. Tempo's going for Hoopspace, and they've been a little bit more aggressive downhill, but still it's a long way back from here with 2 minutes left.
And the second doesn't go, so he splits them. Missouri to Brandon. Brandon uses the screen, tried to go for the pick and roll, the ball wasn't quite there. It's John Fairbairn. Bello into the push-up position. And that's a 4th foul on John Fairbairn. It's going to be 2 shots. He was in the act of shooting.
I think they called it for team fouls, but he definitely wasn't shooting for me. Going to try and get the floor dried as well, so a little bit of time here. So,
the 2 Fairbairns are questioning the call with Bence Silvaghi, our official over there. yeah?
Indeed, it will be shots for Bello, so a couple of big ones here. Obviously, stop clock as well, which helps Hoopspace, and that's the advantage of having that in the last couple of minutes of the game.
As that is short. And the back of the hand. Gets the second to go. So it's a 10-point game, 1:40 left.
I'm kind of surprised Velinor's on the bench here.
I don't imagine that'll be for too much longer as he stands. Brandon taking time. Fairbairn pick and roll. Tyler Fairbairn. Oh, clean by Orija. Pulls up, 3-ball. Short to the hands of Tyler Fairbairn. Kicks it up the floor. Asa Brandon doesn't put it up, slowing things down underneath to Max Matthews. That's more time off the clock. That's 2 points. That is just really sensible basketball. 68 plays 56.
Yeah, and it's not by Orija. He's had a good game, but I get why he took it. But you've got an odd number. They're in team foul, so you've got a chance to go to the rim. Looked fairly clean by Fairbairn, but Michael Diamond Hunter didn't agree. Didn't have the best angle from our point of view, and that'll be Fairbairn gone.
John Fairbairn fouls out of the contest as Tyler Fairbairn takes a seat.
More free throws for Hoopspace, but realistically it's what you're going to do on the defensive end. We've seen some pressure in the last few possessions, but it's still not been as intense as you maybe think for a team down double digits.
Correction, I had that as Fairbairn's 5th foul. In fact, I think that's just his 4th. So he stays in the contest. Tyler Fairbairn has taken a seat. Under a minute to play, 10-point game. Missouri and Aziz just playing keep away on the outside. LeBron Roach not able to foul. Velinor, 24-second violation.
Hey,
Velinor was looking around like, oh, where's the foul?
I mean, you take that all day if you're Solent. Clock
100%.
stops, run all 24. You get to set your defense and no live ball turnover, albeit Molloy makes a Hail Mary play.
Oh, Velinor just walks into the triple as Gariepy kicks it up the floor. Aziz again doesn't go for the shot, playing keep away. Foul called on Velinor.
I mean, there's not a lot in it, but I'm also thinking the only way you win this game is by fouling. So, odd situation. Solent going to talk it over.
Solent taking time out. Is that a Mark Clark timeout, or is that a...
I mean, it's get the ball in, know you're going to get fouled, and just sort out what you want to do defensively. Probably do something a little bit more switching based. Obviously, you know Velinor's just hit one, so he's probably going to pull up no matter what happens. So can you just do something to get one stop? Because that's all you need at this stage is one stop. So just be patient, make sure you get the ball in. Who do you want shooting the free throws? All the little stuff. But to be fair, Solent managed this really well. They jumped out early, and since then they've there's a couple of times Hoopspace have made runs, but they've really just been solid in their approach, moved the ball well, and not been a perfect 40 minutes by the Kestrels, but they well deserve this third place finish.
I've been really impressed with, obviously, you might be a bit sick of us saying it, but they started with 5 players and they really weathered that second period Hoopspace storm. It got really tight, and then that third quarter they were able just to bang it back open, and since then they have been, broadly speaking, in control of this contest, Michael Hunter Morris.
Yeah, it's been a really good performance by Solent. Obviously, you talk about the first 17 minutes having 5 players in the gym, and even 2 of them had literally just got straight out, didn't really take a warm-up shot in anger. and came out, made 4 from 3. So really solid effort, but now you've got to finish the job.
John Fairbairn to inbound, 20.2 seconds left on the game clock. Gets it into Molloy. Molloy, no foul coming. Still no foul. Underneath to John Fairbairn, slowing things down. Gariepy on the outside. And now the foul comes.
Yeah, that didn't quite work. I don't know what Hoopspace we're talking about in the timeout, but it probably wasn't waste 12 seconds then foul.
I would imagine not. Bit surprised that the foul didn't come a little sooner. Gariepy at the stripe. He's going to shoot 2. The first is short. And Hoopsfix Fever took over Obi Agu. He thought it was the 1 for 2 rule. Second is good. So splits them 69-61. Zak's tried to kick ahead to Velinor. Somehow keeps it alive. Gets it to Temilola. Slams it home. 6.2 to play. Aziz is, Missouri is fouled. Aziz was sprinting up the floor.
Yeah, and this is a situation where just one of 2 does it. 3 possession game from that point will be safe, so just needs 1.
First is good. 70 up, 6.2 to play. Gets them both. And Hoopspace have called time. 71-63 with 6.2 seconds to play. Like on to Morris. What are your feelings? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think honestly Solent did what they needed to do, close this game out well, and I think ultimately a bit of a Hail Mary from Hoopspace, but they just didn't have the offense. We've seen it last couple of weeks, just missing a couple of players off the roster, and they just couldn't create. Obviously, a couple of big performances by the interior. Bello in foul trouble hurt them. And ultimately, yeah, Velinor made some shots, but he just wasn't consistent early in the game, where Solent kind of struggled, and got to give him credit. I think the end Velinor, okay, still got a couple of minutes to go, but ended up 19, 7 of 11, but it's kind of felt quiet from him.
So
Bello obviously with 15.
Is he your Hoopspace player of the game? I
Yeah,
hate to do it early.
No, I think so. Like ultimately, he's been the, not just at the game, probably at the tournament. He's been the more consistent scorer for them. But Solent had players step up. Obviously, huge differences. Like Gariepy didn't basically play in the first half, and he suddenly got a really efficient 8 points. So, like, it's been a professional outcome for Solent.
As we are back underway, got to get the shot away. The shot is rejected by Max Matthews. That's going to do it. 71-63 is the final. Solent Kestrels, they claim 3rd position over Hoopspace in what has been firstly a brave effort and a brilliant game of basketball. I didn't get your Solent player of the game.
It's got to be Max Matthews, 20 points, made shots early on, a couple of big plays, efficient as well, 8 of 10 shooting for the Newcastle player, and well deserved.
So that's going to do it for our 3rd-4th men's matchup. Now Emerald are taking on Diamond in the women's final, and then Functional Anked in the men's final following that. Make sure that you stay with us for all of those games. You do not want to miss them. The action is red hot here in the Brixton Recreation Centre. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024 Finals Day, brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation, continues. And in this one, Solent, they've clinched 3rd place. They took down Hoopspace 71-63.
Here we are with the MVP of our final third, fourth place matchup between Solent Kestrels and Hoopspace. Max Matthews, you're the MVP, 20 piece.
Appreciate it.
4 for 5 from downtown. How does that feel?
It was a great game. And we came out, we only had 5 players at the start. It's a bit crazy. We had 2 flat tires on the bus.
Not 1, 2 flat tires.
2, but yeah, we pulled out early lead, really nice, and then we managed to keep it. It was a couple points in the third where it looked a bit, but it was a good game, very good game.
How did it feel to play with Solent Kestrels at this Pro-Am tournament? Of course, a lot of you guys have been playing together all season.
Yeah, really good. So I used to play at Itchen at Kestrels. This year I was actually up with Newcastle D1.
Yep.
But it was really good to get back in with this group of guys. We got a lot of team chemistry, which was really nice, and playing was just fun. Very effortless. It was really good.
I'm back to Newcastle now for the next season.
Back to Newcastle now. Yeah, it's meant to be a really good season. We'll see. I'm not sure who we've brought in, which new players, but I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Division 1 basketball. How does the Pro-Am help you prepare for that?
Really good. I mean, you get to get in here, work on stuff that you're doing over the summer. You got skill development. Awesome. I was very lucky. I've been able to train with Gary Maitland over the summer, put some of that into the game. So yeah, really, really good.
Well, congratulations, MVP.